Welcome to Better Aussie Man. Chris here to guide you through how to get better at anything. We've all heard people say, I want to get fit, or I want to become wealthy, or I want to be smart. When you say these things, you forget a key point. You are already fit, wealthy, or smart. It just may be that you want to be more than you currently are. So if you want to be better than you currently are, you need to know where you are and realistically where you can go. Deciding on these two levels can be the hardest part of becoming better. To be able to do this, you need to have numbers. You need to be able to measure where you are now and where you want to be. This need to be able to measure comes from a goal setting technique called Smarter SOS goals. The letters in Smarter SOS stand for different aspects of what makes a good goal and the system for helping you attain the goal. Let's start with the first aspect. Specific. Do set real numbers with real deadlines. Don't say, I want to get fit. Ask yourself the following questions. What do I want to do? It's important here to consider if you need to break down your goals into smaller goals. You may need to revisit this as you work through your goal. When? When do I want to do it by? And why? Why do I want to achieve this goal? Think of the purpose or benefits that you'll gain by reaching those goals. Next is measurable. Do make sure your goal is something that can be calculated. It needs to have numbers. Don't hide behind generalizations. You need to decide on what it is that you'll measure and also track. Get friendly with a spreadsheet or journaling app so you can constantly record your progress. This information will be used in later steps. Next is that your goal must be attainable. Do work towards a goal that is possible. Don't try to get better at everything at once. Consider if other people need to be involved in some way or could have an impact on you reaching your goal. Do you need access to a certain location to achieve your goal? Do you need certain equipment? Is there anything that might get in your way? How will you deal with these issues? You need to commit to your goal. The next is relevant. Do choose something that is going to make your life better. Don't try to take on other people's goals. If the goal isn't going to make your life easier or better or less stressful in some way, then you really need to consider why you're going to do it. Also think about where you are now and where you want to be. Does your goal fit with this plan? Time. Put a start date and finish date. Set how much time you'll spend on the project each day. Now don't set a date so far in the future that you can't get regular feedback on your progress. Better goals are ones we feel urgent about and can start acting on now. You need to consider the cost of waiting. Will your health deteriorate? Will your relationship break down? Will you miss the opportunity because someone else got in before you? Break the goal down into smaller steps if necessary. If it is necessary to break down your goals into smaller steps, then it may be better to change those steps into goals of their own. It's important to set how much time you're able to work on each goal, each day, each week, each month. Consider how small a block of time you need to work on your goal. The smaller the block of time and the more frequently you can work on your goal, the better. When we frequently work on something, even for small amounts of time, we build up an ability to spring forward from the last time we worked on our goal. If the time between working on your goal is too long, you lose some of the connection to your goal. You lose the momentum. You can also lose the muscle memory, whether this is physical muscle or mental muscle. You need to set out a calendar to plan how you use your time. If the goal involves doing something new, then you need to overestimate how much time it will take. If you think each week you need to spend 2 hours attaining your goal, then you should allocate 4 to start with. After a while, you can adjust your calendar and time for each goal session. Now the E stands for evaluate. Set when you'll check on how you're traveling towards your goal and what are the small progressions you'll make. Don't leave checking for success until the end date. Once you've set up your calendar, you need to choose some evaluation dates, at which time you're going to check on your progress. In your calendar, choose a range of dates and write where you expect to be on your way to your goal. These evaluation days allow you to see if you're reaching your goal as planned. Next, we have review. Be kind to yourself. When you evaluate, you can then adjust your future steps. Sometimes things will happen that you have no control over, but they affect how you're going to achieve your goal. Don't abandon your goal because of setbacks. On your evaluation days, you need to see if you're on target, exceeding schedule, or falling behind in meeting your goal. For all three situations, on target, exceeding, or falling behind, you need to see what it was that allowed you to be in that position. You can then adjust how you're acting to reach your goal or change the timeline to reach your goal. Rewrite your calendar or measurement of your goal if necessary to achieve your final goal. Now for the SOS. The first S stands for shared. Your goal needs to be written down and published. Stick it up around your home, tell other people, have it as an alarm on your phone. Doing this increases our sense of accountability in attaining our goals. O stands for objective. Review your objective again. Is it really what you want, or is it something you need to do to make you better? And finally, support. You're likely to do better in getting to your goal if you can get support from others. This might be a friend, neighbour, work colleague, or family member cheering you on. Or it might be people you're working with as they have the same goal as you. Okay, so that's Smarter SOS. Let's quickly recap the different aspects. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for attainable, R is for relevant, T is for time, E is for evaluate, R is for review, S is for shared, O is for objective, and the final S is support. So Smarter SOS, a great way for you to achieve your goals and become a better Aussie man.